Hello and welcome to Clarity. This is Paul, I'm Barbara, and we just had a little moment. Who's doing what?
So we've been rehearsing for the past hour what the order of sequence. Who's moving the mouse?
Who's moving the mouse and who's doing the cameras and who's doing the overhead and who's doing the...
Well, Gilly's doing the chat.
Gilly's in the chat. We know that. We have a sequence.
We do.
We might be doing the pudding before the main course.
Pudding's always good.
Welcome to Clarity. My name's Barbara Gray. This is Paul Church.
Oh.
And we're set to have a sales show. And as you can see here, it's the club members half price sale, which means that for 1 week between now and
Midnight Monday,
everything Clarity on our website is half price to club members.
Yes.
So that, of course, begs the question, are you a club member? Because if you aren't, then now would be a good time to join.
It really is. I mean, it's a lovely 12-month subscription, isn't it? You can pay monthly or you can pay annually. It's entirely up to you. You can join 1 club, 2 clubs or 3 clubs. The choices are there, depending on what. And you're going to talk us through each of the clubs, aren't you, Barb?
Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look. I know that many of you are in the club. Of course you are. It's the oldest, largest craft club in the country.
Yeah.
And there are still always loads of people who aren't in the club, of course.
That's right. I mean, you showcased it this morning in the Shack at the 10 o'clock show, which you can go back and watch. And we've had some new members join up this morning already.
Or maybe your subscription, I know you said prescription.
Well, it's a prescription. It should be on the NHS. It really should.
So we've been told. Maybe your subscription has lapsed. Maybe you've forgotten. And then you're wondering, well, why can't I why isn't it showing half price on my website?
Yeah.
Well, now you know. Let's take a look, because as I explained this morning, there are 3 clubs, 3 different skill sets, if you like, or projects. Each month, we send out thousands of envelopes. And the reason that it's not online is because we actually, as a gift, we send you the product as well. So but before any of what I'm going to show you, what you do need to know is that you get the discount.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're in one of these clubs, project clubs, you'll get 10%.
Yeah.
2, you get 12.5%. If you're in all 3 and you're one of our diamonds, then you get 15%.
I know. For the whole year. And that's not only online, over the telephone, but also at our retreats and our open days as well.
Yeah, that's it. So you get a nice card. You show us the card at the open days and you get your discount there as well.
Absolutely.
The other thing is that we also have a loyalty points scheme in place for non-club members as well. But often club members, we do something special just for club members.
Yeah.
You know, special points for club members. You know, because for us, quite honestly, subscriptions are the way to go. Subscriptions are our security.
It's that regular income, isn't it, for a 12-month period?
It is. And for, you know, I've said it 1,000 times, the best thing about Clarity is that we're a manufacturer. The worst thing about Clarity is that we're a manufacturer, because it means that you have fixed costs and they are quite substantial. And so from a partnership point of view, it makes complete sense if our regular customers are members of our club.
Yeah.
It's almost like an investment, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And you, as you say, you get something every month. Many of our friends at home that have been club members for many a year say it's either like a birthday gift every month or Christmas every month when it comes through that letterbox. And also, this is a perfect gift for another crafty friend.
Yeah, we've been seeing quite a few of those coming through. So let me show you just the club and what you actually get. So let's take a look here, for example. Now, this is the Groovy Club. So every month you get that will come through the post to you, and it will be a project, or well, actually, it's a baby plate.
Yes.
Designed by Linda Williams, and that obviously fits into the inset that's in the starter kit.
Yeah.
Right, and then on the first chapter, isn't there a...
If you join Groovy for the very first time, you get a baby plate mate for
your
first
don't
installment.
You?
Yes.
So you actually get a baby plate mate that this fits in. So you don't have to have the starter kit plate mate. We actually give you an A5 plate mate.
We do for the first one.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
And then, but the most important, to me, the most important thing is these double projects. So you get that through the post, and then you get 2 really cool projects, a little bit of blurb from myself, and then you get step-by-steps photos, step-by-steps. You can see here is the card that Linda has done for us.
Beautiful.
Very, very lovely. And then moving on, there's the next one with the red teapot, which is beautiful. In fact, I spoke to Jilly before the show now.
Yeah.
And I said, because this is a new format for us.
Yes.
And I spoke to Jilly and I said, what I really, because it's a growing game for us as well. And what I said was, I'd really like to see these images larger when you look at the actual artwork.
Right. Okay.
And so what we've agreed to do is from March, we're going to insert another double page.
Right.
So that means that on the inside here, instead of that little snapshot, you'll have a large picture of the project plus the ingredients, and then it will get moved forward. Yeah.
Because we can do that because we print it in-house.
We do. We print it all in-house. And now that Lisa and the digital printer in the building, it's even easier. So from March, it's just we're just trying to get better and better and better.
Absolutely.
And so from March, these project booklets will have another 4 pages.
Larger,
actually.
Yeah. That's value for money. And it's all about the education as well.
That's no extra cost. We absorb that cost.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so there we go. So there's the first one. Education, education, education. That's the first Groovy Club.
Yeah.
Right. And then the next one is, let's say, the stamps. So this is the Stamp Club. Love the Bears. You can see here we've got the Hug or Waltz, you choose. You've got this. This is one that I did. So it's Jane and myself that do the double project on this. And then lots of ideas.
I've seen these all over Facebook where people have been playing.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So here's the one that Jane did, which is really lovely with the paws.
Look at that.
Because that's the other thing is, of course, the stamp is not just a single stamp, it's a stamp set.
No, and back in the day, it used to be just one stamp, didn't it?
Yeah, but now we make them in-house. It's a different system. So that's quite a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, it only costs £7 a month.
Yeah,
and that's including the stamp set, the project sheet, the project booklet, and of course
your discounts and everything else. Half price member sale.
Exactly. And there's the one that I did. There's the big
look at that.
So it's interesting that you can take that was my homage to the polar bear.
Lovely.
So that's a canvas board.
10 by 10, I think.
That's a 10 by 10 canvas board, which is also in the sale, of course.
Absolutely.
But so that's the next club, is the Stamp Club.
Yeah.
So we've had the Groovy Club, we've had the Stamp Club, and then of course we've got the Stencil Club. So if I move those ones out the way, I think I love the Stencil Club.
This is lovely.
So there's the stencil, a lovely A5 stencil, and the booklet. Again, Jane and myself. I did a jelly plate one if you're into your mixed media.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to having an extra page so I can do more steps. Because I'm always having to cram mine into these little tiny ones. We can see there's Jane's artwork there.
Nice, with some texture paste through there and some perga glitter,
yeah,
I reckon.
That's it.
Also in the sale.
And then mine is the positive and the negative. So it was a jelly plate with alcohol inks.
Hey, look. This one, the birds here, it's an illusion. They look bigger, don't they, than the...
It's all done with the same process, that one. So that's in the instructions. So I guess, like I said today, earlier this morning, it's just a way of getting your mojo going. So you've got 1, 2, 3 different clubs to pick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look at that. And let's say it's £7 a month for each of those clubs. You can join 1, 2 or 3. You either get your 10%, 12.5 or 15%. That's just to start with.
Yeah.
Then we've just kicked off our half price club member sale. And we have 2 of those a year.
Yeah.
Then if you come to our open days, our retreats, you can also use your card there to get discounts as well.
And it's £7 a month.
Yeah.
It's not a great...
And you get a newsletter from Barb.
Oh, and I write a newsletter every month as well. And I think you get a lot of bang for your buck, really.
Really do for that £7, considering like one of those groovy plates money, really, on its own. A groovy plate on its own is £6.
Yes, that's
for that
it.
size. So,
and the stamp set would be £7.50.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the stencil would be £6. Yeah.
So when you look at the product's for free.
Yeah.
It's that education and
That's
the additional bonuses that you get as being part of the club.
And you can either sign up for the whole year and then not have to think about it.
Yeah.
Or you can go month by month.
Yeah.
You know, as your
budget
allows. There we are.
And it is that 12 months. So once you sign up, if you do monthly, it is for that 12-month period.
Yeah.
And then obviously when it comes to the end of that period, you'll be notified in the club that goes out, say for example, the 11th installment, just as a reminder.
Yeah, so, it's good. It's all good.
Yeah.
And there are a couple of thousand people that would agree with you.
Absolutely.
Now, so what should we look at today? Today we were going to, this is the member sale.
Yes.
And we were going to look at the poppets.
Pick up a pocket. A Pergamano parchment pocket poppets.
Yeah.
These are beautiful.
These are beautiful images.
Licensed artwork by the lovely Marina Fedotova.
This is the only licensed artwork that we use. And so we've got it in different format, haven't we? We've got it in groovy plates, which is also in the sale.
Yeah, all in the sale. So often when we bring you products, we bring it to you in stamp, stencils, groovy, sometimes in dies as well. So what we've done on our front of our website, if you click on the Clarity TV button, we've got what we call our show page. So when you go into that show page, you'll see everything that's been featured during the course of this hour.
Yes.
So it means if you're tuning in later, you're thinking, oh, I like the look of that. Click on that link there. I'm sure Gilly will pop the link up to that page. You'll go in there. Now, one thing to just make you aware of, in order to be able to see your club prices, i.e. the 50% off, you need to log into your account first. If you just go straight to the website and you're looking at pricing, and think, well, these don't look half price. Got the window open. If these don't look as if they're half price, log into your account, which is in the top right-hand corner, and then you'll see all those prices at 50%.
Now, interestingly, this morning I was talking to Janice Phillips, and she said, she asked a very interesting question. She said, I wanted to go on your website and I wanted to buy something.
Okay.
And she said, do I have to be a club member to buy off your website? And I said, no, but you do have to open an account.
Yes.
And she said, and that's not the same as signing up for the club membership. I said, no, not at all. But you have to set up an account with us.
With all your sort of a name and address.
And what's a really good idea, and I wish I did this, right, with some of the places that I shop at, write your password down somewhere. And not only that, what's the name of the website or what's the name of the email address that you're using? Because I've got several different emails.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a good idea just somewhere.
And also you get the loyalty points. So even if you're not a club member, you get loyalty points for every time you buy something as well. And I think there's a bonus that if you sign up to the newsletter, I think you get extra points for that.
Sign up.
You give a date of birth, you get extra points for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
So have some fun with that, because I've seen a lot of orders coming through where people are redeeming their loyalty points. Yeah. And it does add up, doesn't it?
Oh, it sure does.
Every little helps.
It really does.
So we're going to start with the poppet parchment.
Yes.
So we thought, this is going to be like a gallery, an art gallery. And at the risk of just calming it down a little bit, because my head, I'm going like the clappers in my head. It's like gone mad. So what we're going to do,
what we're meant to be doing. What are we doing?
We're doing the parchment poppets first, and we're going to look at the parchment poppets.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at the different stamps.
Yes.
But we must remember that they're also available in groovy.
Yes.
But let's look at the images in parchment so you can see what and then I thought what would be really lovely is for us to just indulge the artwork.
Gallery.
Just look at the artwork.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
You get we've got so many beautiful samples, Paul.
We really have. And sometimes maybe you're new to Clarity since last year. And maybe you haven't seen some of these designs before. So, but also it's a good idea if some of our friends at home may already have it in their stash. And if, you know that the Mini Makes Facebook group that we now have.
Yeah, Clarity Crafts, Mini Makes and ATCs. That's a Facebook group.
So it's really good for, and the idea behind that was that maybe people have lost their mojo, looking for ideas and inspiration. So sometimes looking at this artwork in a little bit more detail, thinking, oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah,
Oh, I've
yeah.
got that, or I
That's
could
it.
do this. And so I think it's a nice way of just showcasing the lovely artwork.
Well, let's just take a look. And what we've done is, for the sake of simplicity and just for time, what we've done is Paul has he's explained now what we've got a sheet that tells you all the different images.
So this is a collection here. So we've got the 3 original sets of parchment packets together with an A4 storage. The item number up here is the item number for that bundle. Okay, and you can see normally that would be £72.96. In the club member sale, it brings it down to £36.48, which means you're saving £36.48.
And what I will say is the additional club discount doesn't count. It's
Not
a
for the
flat 50%.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you don't add another 10, 12.5 or 15% to that. Otherwise we might as well. Then I'm going over.
And they are all available individually, and we'll show you those item codes individually as well. But you can see if you just want 1 pack, they're normally £19.99. The club member sale price is £10, so you're going to save £9.99.
So for each one of these, this is what I was saying this morning, you can buy that for a tenner, that for a tenner, or that for a tenner.
Yeah, and the folder is half price as well, which is £6.50.
Right, so there's half price.
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
But the whole point here is you don't have to buy all of it.
No.
You just have 1, 2, 3, whatever you fancy.
The choices are all there, and it's all on that show page.
What I'd really like to do is have a look at one of the packs, if we can. Let's take a look at one of the packs.
Right.
And then we can see what's actually in here. So let's take a look at the Christmas pack.
Okay, so the item number for this one is 70393, and this is the Christmas collection. You get 24 sheets, and you're going to get 2 sheets of each of the designs. So there's 6 different designs in here, and you also get them in colour, but you also get the black line art as well.
So you get 24 sheets.
Yeah.
Let's have a look what you mean. So you get one like that, and then one in black and white. Is that right?
I think it's 2 of each, isn't it? That would be 2 colour, 2 black and white.
All right,
so
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so go. Let's start again then. So there are 24 pieces of parchment in here.
Yeah. So you're going to get 2 of that one in colour.
Yeah.
2 of that one in black line.
Because there are 6 designs.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So if I can't follow, the people at home have got no chance. So we've got 6 different designs.
Yeah.
We've got 24 sheets. So that's 2 coloured, 2 black and white of each.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's it.
Right. So if I take, for example, this one in black and white, we've also got it in colour, right? 2 of that and 2 of that.
2 of that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And that's just in one design.
Yeah. I understand that. So let me ask you this then. I'm going to be the devil's advocate, because you can see that they're in 3 different sizes on each sheet.
Correct.
And they've all got different names. This one's called Pud.
Yeah.
So let's go to the black and white one, just because this explains all the rest that we're going to show.
It does indeed.
So you've got 3 different sizes. Why are they laid up like that?
Okay,
Paul?
so the reason they were because these were printed on parchment, which is quite unusual to have line art printed, especially coloured line art printed on parchment. And the reason we did it in 3 different sizes, so that what you can do, you can use our Pico dies or your plain shape dies to cut around the outside. And then you've got the 3 different ones. So if we'd put, say, 8 of these all in different size, then it'd be quite difficult to get a die around the outside.
Yeah.
So we gave it that option to be able to do that.
Right. So now the artwork's going to make complete sense in a moment.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, why are you printing onto parchment? Well,
okay, so for me, with the parchment, you get that lovely translucency. So even if you're not into your parchment craft at all, these are beautiful, elegant toppers. So you could just cut them into squares or rectangles. But if you are into your parchment craft, then you can do all the same techniques you can on your normal, if you're using Groovy.
Yeah.
So you can do white work. You can take colour out if you want to.
You can add all the things. Yeah, okay.
All the skill sets that you would do in parchment craft, you can do on this as well.
So the other thing is that the black print, you see, I'm a big fan of that. I think it looks really lovely, especially with people. Like this works for me, because it just looks pretty.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so we've got all these different pieces. If we go, if we just skim through, you can see here all the different.
And the original 3 collections all begin with P, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. So you've got so many different options here, and these are the Christmas collection. So you can see here, You can cut them out. You've got lots of opportunities, haven't you?
Yeah, and you
then
can
of
still
course
use your glitter on them as well.
Yeah. And you've got all the black and white ones as well, which is absolutely brilliant, actually.
It's really nice. And also, because you've got that translucency, if you put it into an aperture card, you could have like a battery-operated tea light behind it as well. So it illuminates that.
So the other thing is, from a price point of view, you've got 24 sheets.
And it's $9.99. Yes.
My point is that 10 sheets of A4 blank.
Yeah.
In the non-sale would be £1 each. Yeah. So here we've got 24 sheets of beautifully printed parchment.
Absolutely.
For less than half price.
Yeah.
And on that note, the A4 parchment that is blank is also in the sale.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Which would be how much, Paul?
£10 instead of 20.
So you could get the printed parchment here for $9.99.
Well rehearsed. So if you're after the Christmas, the item number for that is 70393. Do you want to have a look at some artwork so you can see what you can do with that?
Let me take that artwork.
So if I take this set to one side, this is where our conveyor belt falls down.
This is where the conveyor belt falls down. Let me come in a bit closer so that we can have a look at some of this lovely artwork.
There we go.
Right.
So you can see here using some of Josie's grids to frame it.
But you can see that this has been cut out with the
pico dies. Yeah.
Let me come in a bit closer so that you can see that, because I think you need to see it up close.
And there's no additional work done to that apart from a little bit of perga glitter. So this is what I mean, is that even if you're not into your parchment craft, these are beautiful, luxurious toppers.
Look at this one. So again, this has been cut out, a black one, and coloured in.
Yep.
Right,
absolutely.
So this is the black print and it's been coloured out, but then look, so this tiny piece has been then layered up, which is, I think, is worth
Frames
noting.
that you may already have ready in your collection.
So you can see how this one is a coloured one with a little bit of glitter. I don't know if you can see the glitter on it. Yeah, there you are.
New cameras, you can look at that.
So there's the glitter, but also the Josie Davidson, the circular
grids.
They're also in the sale.
Yep, they are indeed.
And then, of course, you can take the larger ones, and it's the same again.
Yeah.
So you can see this is all the same principle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just finishing off. For me, these are just quick and easy toppers. At Christmas, when you're looking to batch card make or make multiple cards, to have nothing additional has been done to that artwork itself.
It's all about that frame on the red parchment.
Yeah.
So coloured parchment, that's also in the...
Coloured parchment also in the sale as well.
Love that. Look at it.
That's one of Linda's groovy plates around the frame.
I love that plate.
I think
that's with the children.
Yes, it is. Linda's children.
It's with the children in the puddles.
Yeah.
The seasonal ones.
Yeah, that's it. Through the Seasons from Linda Williams.
There we are. There's a lovely one on a bauble. But what I think the whole idea is, so this one here, again, you can understand now why on the parchment there are larger ones and there's a lot of space
around the outside to allow you to do this.
Yeah, look, that much space even.
Yeah, you know, absolutely.
And then on the tiny one, see, I like the black line art.
It looks as if you've been stamped, and obviously you can stamp onto parchment.
Yeah, you can. But why would you if you got it already?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, here's another. So look, there's a same principle. Character. In fact, same character, same pattern in the background.
Frame around the outside, different colorways.
Different colorways.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look lovely? There we are.
Really nice. A little bit of white work on there just to give some texture to the dress. I
like that too.
Yeah.
You see, so
just the black and
just
white.
At the risk, and then that lovely, that's a Josie Davidson trick, isn't it? With the gold around the outside.
Gold around the edge.
What is it that they use, Paul?
You can use what's it called? The Pebeo gold paint around the edge.
That must be on the website. I don't know if it's in the sale.
It won't be in the sale, but I think we've got some gold. I think we've got gold, pearl, and silver possibly.
Very nice indeed. And then we've got, look at this, for insane cutting.
That is magical,
so that's
isn't it?
Frances Knott, yeah.
Wow.
See, that looks like her kind of colouring as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is an interesting thing, right? And then we've got another one there.
Because that technique is colouring on top of the parchment. So the poppets give you that effect.
It's losing its focus because we're getting further and further away from them. Right, so you can see how This white work is great. And then last but not least, Carol P. She's done a beautiful little bauble with the black one. Doesn't that look fantastic?
Really
and then
nice.
just cut
And
out
she's
and coloured
attached it
in.
onto a stamp board.
Yeah.
The stamp board will also be in the sale as well.
Stamp boards in the sale.
Yeah.
So you can see how interesting, you know, for a £10 pack of 24 sheets of parchment is quite something to see what you can do.
It
with
really
that,
is. Because, and so, okay, 24 sheets, and you've got, I should have done the maths before, you've got 3 characters on each sheet. So 24 times 3, 48, 72 images.
Yes.
For £9.99.
Yeah, that's it. Black and white and coloured.
Yeah, so that's 72 cards.
So if you're setting out on your parchment journey, these are a really good idea for practicing on, practicing your white work, because you don't have to do anything and you've got a lovely print.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you can sandwich them and try a little bit of white work, do a little bit of glitter, you know, without having to do hours of work to get to a certain place.
Yeah, or maybe you've got some frames in your collection all ready to go, then these will work lovely for that.
So let's look. We've done the Christmas one.
Done the Christmas.
And just humour me again. What was the number on the Christmas one?
So the item number for Christmas was 70393.
70393. That was the item number for the Christmas bundle.
Yeah.
And now we've got 70392
for the flower.
So the flowers, the different collection again, and I think it's the same deal. 24 pieces.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're going to get
same configuration.
24 sheets, 6 designs, 4 of each.
Yes.
2 black and white.
That's
2
an
coloured.
easy way of saying it.
It is.
It is.
Got there in the end.
We did. So I'm going to pass you some artwork, and then I'll do the conveyor belt. So I'll bring that out. So there's the item number there, 70392, if you want that individually.
See, this is a brilliant one. Let's see who did this. Maggie Byford. See, I love this because if I come in a bit closer, what you can see is it's clever.
So she's used a groovy plate around the outside with that pattern.
But it's almost like she stamped it into it. So isn't that lovely?
As if it's coming out of the frame.
Rather than cutting all the way around it. It's very clever. Do you see? Isn't it? So what she's doing is, look. You see this one, it's separated out.
Yeah, so that's
like
on a
square.
separate piece.
Yeah, and then done like that.
Cut.
But this one, it stops here.
Yeah.
So she's cut, so it's come in behind the flowers and behind the present. That's a really clever idea.
It's a lovely technique, isn't it?
Very nice. But it's quite something. So all your different circles and grids work.
Yeah, so it's a Linda Williams piece. So this is several layers. This is using a dies and then the groovy plates.
And this is a Josie Davidson special. So you can see her beautiful grid work in the background. But it's all about the layers. And then the little part, the brads. Are they in the
Of course they are. They're Pergamano.
I know that they are. Linda Page, see?
Nice.
So she's done a big, they're so
you
good.
Can layer up on different layers, or you can just take that one piece that it comes on and just put something behind it.
My guess is this is my one. Because what I've done is I've changed the dress.
The dress.
Yeah, so I've gone in. I really like this effect.
Oh, this
See,
is
I've
that
gone
technique.
in with the dotting.
Yeah, with the basic grids,
with
which
the basic grids in the
also
background.
be in the sale.
Do you see the dots?
Yeah, that little bit of pattern and texture on the dress.
I think you can see it, can't you?
Yeah, just there. You can see those little flowers you've introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's simple.
Yeah. Okay.
That's simple. And then you can see here, for example, just coming out a little bit.
This one here is using designer parchment.
Yeah.
Also in the sale.
This is a gorgeous one. Carol P. Beautiful. See, that's where mixed media kind of meets parchment a little bit, you know, and she's done the same thing. She's overlapping and putting a bit of a drop shadow on. Thank you.
Oh,
so that writing.
Yes.
Have we got that somewhere
We've
too,
got it
Paul?
in stamp, but it's also on Groovy because that is your writing, Barbara.
That's why I recognise it. But this is in a Groovy plate as well.
That will be in Groovy plate. That will be under Barb's sentiments. If you search for Barbara's sentiments, I'm sure Gilly will pop it up there. It's an A5 square Groovy plate.
Yeah.
And you'll see that that's on there.
Look, see. So it's the same, and we've got it in
stamps. We've got it.
We've got it in stamps as well, haven't we?
Yeah. I mean, this is the Pergamano ones. I know we digress slightly.
Yeah, so we're moving away. These are the stamps, so you can see all the different relations that we've got. Clarity Essentials.
Yeah.
So this is useful to have, isn't it?
It is. I mean, it's a nice one for finishing off, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we did a couple of your handwriting in the Pergamano range,
yeah,
and then some in the Clarity one. So there's Clarity, the sentiments, the thank you, are under the Clarity brand,
yeah,
and these ones were put under the Pergamano brand.
So just so that you know, but we've got these in Groovy as well, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Right. So just so that you can see the actual layout and know that they're in stamps. Instead of 20, they're 10. Then we've got another one.
So this one is your sort of your
calendar and dates.
And
Again, this one is a 70390, 20 down to 10.
And then you've got your Christmas sentiments as well.
There you go.
So if you've gone for, when we look at the stamps, but also in Groovy as well, if you've gone for the Christmas poppets, then it's instant, isn't it?
Yeah.
You haven't got to think about it.
Yeah, but to have them in Groovy is just perfect, isn't it? I know. So, you know, you can see why we started the week off with the poppets.
Yeah.
You got to pick a poppet or two.
And I think also because it's in the printed, I did catch that. I'm not saying anything. I can't say anything now. But I think because you've got the parchment poppets, you've got the stamps in the poppets, you've got the groovy in the poppets. There's so many different things used to create beautiful artwork, isn't there?
Yeah.
And the different skill sets.
Yeah. And it's, you take it as far as you like. If you're learning your grid work, if you're learning your white work, if you just want to make a load of beautiful little greetings cards, little toppers, you know, you've got size, you've got all the different sizes.
Yeah, you have.
So that was the florals.
The flowers.
We've done the little flower. So we've done Christmas now.
And flowers.
For a tenner.
Yeah.
We've done florals for a tenner.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
And now we're on to
Whimsy.
the Whimsy collection. Let's take a look at the Whimsy collection.
Okay. So the item number for this one on its own is 70391. There we go.
70391.
Yeah, but don't forget, if you want that complete collection, the item number for that is 70394. And with that, you also get the storage folder to keep them in.
So bringing this up now, 70394. So now you see the 3648.
Yeah.
That includes the folder as well.
Because that's half price. So the A4 ones, and with these folders, once they've gone, they've gone.
Yeah, that's right.
These won't be coming back.
And it's really useful to have the parchment in folders,
yeah,
so you can flick through and have a look. And the other thing is, when you cut a piece out, you can relocate what's left. So
and put it in there to keep
it's really useful, and it protects the parchment, because parchment needs protecting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, parchment's quite robust, but once you mark it, that's it. It's marked. There's no going back.
So this is the Whimsy collection.
Yeah.
Which is love. It's like little fairies, isn't it?
There we go.
So let's have a look. This is quite something. Karen Jackson, check out this grid work. I know.
Wow.
So this is a real kind of gallery of talent here. But I love the way this has been done.
It's created the aperture, isn't it? And then the parchment's behind it.
Just with the Pico V?
Yeah, I would say. There's definitely a Pico V on that one. That'll also be in the sale as well. Yeah.
Nested Pico circles, nested Pico squares, medium Pico V tool.
There we go.
Medium Pico V tool, and that creates that aperture.
Yeah, and then the layer behind it is using the Pico circle on it.
Clever, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this one is a D Paramore. Love it. Look at that. It's lovely because you can add your own skill set. Sheila Bradley, that's a lovely one.
Sheila Gray now.
Sheila Gray, yeah. Sorry, Sheila. It's my sister-in-law. There we go. So a little bit of glitter.
But for me, to get that translucency, you can often buy toppers in the shop, but you don't get that translucency to it. You can either get like a matte finish or a silky finish, but not that translucency to have the little bit of versatility to them. So
you can add a little frame.
Yeah, look at that. The ribbon threading.
Francis Knott.
Wow.
Look at that ribbon threading through there.
I know, that's madness. Goodness me.
It's crazy, isn't it? This is a Tina Cox one. That's funky.
That's nice, isn't it?
Like that.
So one of the netting backgrounds to infill.
Very lovely. Glynis.
Nice.
And here's a cool one by Tina Morris. See now, Tina.
She's not a parcher.
Not There's an echo in here. Tina Morris is not a parcher, but she's used the. See, I agree with Tina. So she's used a die as a frame around the outside, and then she's just coloured in the black one. Isn't that pretty?
So if you love your colouring in, that's what this is a lovely pack to have.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
Yeah.
So that's the whimsy ones.
Yeah, so that's all the Pergamano parchment poppets that we've shared with you. You can indeed. And I thought what we'd do, we'd have a look at some stamps now.
Alrighty.
Yeah, is that what we're going to do?
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
So now we're rolling into the stamps.
Yes.
But because we've got a whole, every single image, every single poppet is a little stamp.
Yeah.
But so what we're going to do is we've grouped them together into an A5 baby.
To make little mini ones.
Mini ones, right?
Yeah.
So we thought before, this is why we were having a bit of a conniption before the show. What are we going to do next? So I said, well, why don't we do the A5 sets of baby poppets, stamps. And then when we've done that, then we might have time to look at all the individual ones, which are a crazy good price.
They are, well, everything's half price if you're a club member, so
it's good. And these are such a fun design. So if you look here, let me just pan out a little bit, and you can see we've got a £20 stamp set, which is this stamp set here.
Yeah, there we go. Actual size.
Yeah, actual size. That's the image.
And they come with coloured inserts.
They come with a coloured insert for inspiration.
Yeah.
Here's our printout, so you could see the different. You've got pumpkin, pud, prue, pearl, presh, and paloma. Got to pick a poppet or two. 70365.
So these are normally £19.99. Well, not normally, they are £19.99. If you're a club member, it's £10. So you're saving £9.99 for 6 lovely little characters.
And these, so these stamps are just absolutely delightful.
They're really, really nice. If you love the effects that we've been showing you in the parchment, so this is where you can really sort of go to town for your colouring in now.
Yeah, so now you start to see, and a big shout out to the design team. So you can see designer paper in the background, little stamped images, just absolutely gorgeous. Designer paper, that's that, I love that
the
netting.
Lace one, isn't it? Yeah.
Then you've got Sam Crow.
Look at
see,
that.
Mixed media, crazy good.
You wouldn't think that these little beautiful girls would work so well. And I think that's testament to sort of the line art from Marina, isn't it?
Yeah, I love these little stamps. It's testament to our stamp quality as well.
Absolutely.
You know, so this looks like a D. Paramore one. Yeah, love that. So, you know, just
Nested
in greys.
dyes, they're also in the sale.
Very lovely. So I remember doing this one myself. So this is all of the images in a wreath with a little tag in the centre. But you can see the size of them. Look, this is my hand. So they're a perfect size. And here's another one by Elaine Milner. So she's had the same, Great Minds Think Alike.
Yeah.
But you can see here, they're ones in blues and
because you've got the control. I mean, if you're going for your Pergaliner pencils also in the sale, then obviously they're perfect. Because if you do it on the watercolour card, then you could use the watercolour pencils in that set.
So you can use all 6.
Yeah.
Or, hang on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6. Or just 3 in a panel. Or just 1,
so
which looks lovely as well.
Mini makes.
They're absolutely
and I wonder,
bang on
stay
for
there,
the
but I'm going to get a ruler. Got a ruler. Let's have a look. So these are, say for example, she's less than 2 inches wide, and then the height it's about 2 1/4. They'll vary in size, but these would be great for your little ATC swaps,
2.5 by 3.5.
Yeah, perfect for that.
Absolutely brilliant. And I've got one really nice little showstopper. Right, this is the Christmas one. This will be a Jane Telford one. She's taken all 6 of them. Look at this.
Look at that.
So you got your little book. I'm going to have to put it down on the ground like that. And I'm going to come to the 3rd. Right, let's take a look and let's see this properly. So you've got your beautiful little opener like this, look.
Wow.
Just stamped and coloured in and folded over. Look, a little gift from me to you.
Isn't that lovely?
Isn't
Lovely
that
little
lovely?
keepsake
Look.
that you'd bring out. They'd make lovely little baubles for the
Like
Christmas
that.
tree.
That's what it looks like when
Yeah.
it's done. Isn't that lovely?
And a little box to keep it
Yeah,
in.
and then a little box to keep it in.
Wow.
And you know what? I would keep that, and that would come out every year, year on year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane. So that's the Christmas A5 set. £20? No. £10? Yes.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Absolutely.
There you go. Then we go to, so you will have seen in the parchment, we went from Christmas to flowers.
Yeah.
Same in the stamps. £10 from £20.
Yeah.
So you can see here, the flower one is 70388.
Correct. Yeah.
You're saving £10.
I
think this is really worth investigating. So if you're into, have a look at the coloured ones here. Just saying, right, birthday, anniversaries, weddings, birthday cake, Valentine's. I like that. I like the two at the bottom.
We also do these in postcards as well, don't we? Because you doodled these in the shack, so they will be in the sale as well. I forgot about the postcard, but just seeing that one, I remember you doodling it like around the outside.
That's right. We did a load of doodling around the outside. So that's something to consider as well, postcards. But the stamps are gorgeous. And this is an A5 stamp set for a tenner, which is, that's such a good price.
It really is when you look at the value of what you get on there.
Yeah, they're good size stamps. They're a pleasure to see. And so from a stamp point of view, let's take a look. We'll come in here and we'll just take a look at, they work so beautifully with other stamps. So this is one by Linda Spencer. Now, what's the tweet set, the floral wreath? Do you remember You Are So Tweet?
Yeah, You Are So Tweet.
So that's worth looking. It's got the little geese, tweet. Did that sit in there lovely?
Yeah.
That's nice.
You know what? Also, I don't know if we've got any artwork on it, but your bijou wreaths around. Now these stamps, Deborah Wheeler's going to be sharing these with you at the end of the month on one of the shows.
So I love this idea. You know what we did this morning with a button?
Yes.
See? It's always the same principle. It's taking the O and then changing it. So thank you. That would be another good one for the button.
That would.
But I remember doing these, and I remember we had Love and Noel.
Yep.
Years ago.
Yep. Thank you.
Home.
The thank you. Home. Yeah.
They're all in the sale, but that's nice, stamped in there. This is a nice card.
Waterfall card.
Isn't that lovely? Look.
These are so on trend back in the day, sort of kinetic type cards to create movement, but it works so well with those characters.
With the little images. Yeah. Sarah Brennan, well done, Sarah. See now I like this, designed by Carol P. And it's just using our stamp board. Again, the stamp board.
That's in the sale as well.
Look at that. So it's just, it's one of a 3.5 by 3.5 on the stamp board with a beautiful pink round the outside.
And I'm guessing that's a little stencil, one of our A5. You know, the one that's got like the bubbles.
Burst. Yeah, bubble burst. This will be a stamp burst.
Yes.
They're called bursts, aren't they?
Yeah.
This one's a heart burst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Here's another one by Deb McMullin using the stamp board.
And there's your sentiments again, your
Happy birthday.
Barb's sentiments in
that
stamp.
Works. They're so pretty. I hope that you're enjoying this art gallery. There's another Deb McMullin one. Hello Cupcake.
See, this is quite nice because it's that mini makes as well, isn't it?
And it's using the
Deb's always uses the Pico dies
on card, you know, because they're usually for parchers, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're in the sale.
They are indeed.
Half price.
Yep.
Hello Cupcake. That's stickers.
Booklets. They'll be half price. Yeah.
I know.
Man, only if you're a club member though.
Yeah, you'd be foolish.
And Jill Wilding just said, that's funny. We were making waterfall cards in her craft group this morning.
Oh, neat.
So isn't it funny how trends come around? They they go in cycles.
Especially for mini makes, because you got like 6 different little mini makes going on there, haven't you? So this is lovely.
That's nice.
I like
stencils in the background.
And again, this is a stamp board disc on top.
Doesn't it's like that
lovely?
Spotlight, isn't it?
Jane Telford. Yeah, see, it's a jelly plate. It's a gel press. So we're going to have a little fun with the gel press on Thursday evening.
Yeah.
And this is a Dee Paramore. So she's used, this is cool, right?
Okay.
So we got that bubble.
Yeah.
You know the bubble stencil.
Yeah,
You just
that's
said
right, about the heart one.
About the heart one. So these are the heart burst. Right.
Yeah.
Heart burst. So what's interesting here is that this is open. So you can see But that's...
I reckon that's been on an artboard, so we've stuck it down to stop it going open.
Right. But that's the front, and that's the inside. So she's die cut.
Circles. Yeah, also in the cell. I mean, this is really nice, looking at colorways, looking at different ideas of doing it, and it's
There's
that
my
little,
stamps again.
and it is indeed,
the word stamps.
Absolutely, so useful, and to have it in Barb's writing as well, because you've got that flair where you've done it in the shack where you show people how to write without lifting the pen.
I never lift the pen. I just keep going.
Yeah.
And you just got, and then if you're not sure where to go, if you suddenly, you have to stop. Don't lift the pen, just stop. Think about, let the brain catch up and then go again.
Like riding the bike, you often say, isn't it?
I do it all the time. Have I got a pen and a piece of paper here?
Of course you have.
Let's have a look. What have I got?
This is a craft studio.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk amongst yourselves.
No, I'm going to show you.
There we
Let's
go.
have a look. So, let me just get my, there we go. So I'm going to go
a little bit, Barb.
Come over a little bit, Barb. This gives Paul a chance to get a cup of tea. See, so you go like that. And then you go, love, from, there we go, don't stop. Keep going. On your special day. There, see?
Nice.
And that's how
when you look at that, exactly the same. Just don't, we won't bring a stamp out with Barb's name on it. We've started all these documents.
But just in case you're thinking, you know, I am so frustrated at the moment. There's so much fake, manipulated rubbish everywhere I look. I don't know. People say something and they don't mean it, you know. And if I say this is my writing, I've got to tell you, it's my writing.
And you can see that.
Sad indictment. I feel the need to prove it, but it's so true at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, this is my face without a filter.
Are you sure? I thought you said, right, a filler. I need the filler, sellotape.
You need a wig.
I was going for sellotape. Be easier.
Anyway, where were we?
Moving on. Next one. Whimsy.
Whimsy. There you go.
Lovely.
You wouldn't know that he was only 35, would you?
35 plus 35, yeah.
Right, Whimsy. 70387. And just for £10, I don't get all personal, Paul.
Personal, Paul. All these P's. So then we've got the stamp set. There we go.
I love these ones.
Stamps. And then you've got the printout, the colour printout. So this comes with all of the stamp set. It really is.
In the back.
Yeah. So we just did a separate one just to show, but then you can see there.
But they're included, aren't they?
Look at that.
Yeah. So here we go again. Pia, Pixie, Peach, Ping, Pippin, and Pop Polly.
Polly put the kettle on.
Yeah. You're going to break into song.
And they've little characters with them as well.
I think they're lovely. Yeah. So they're just a pleasure. Okay.
Right. Oh, we've got to do the conveyor belt.
Right. Ready? And this is ribbon writing. See, I love the ribbon writing. Jim designed these. I love this ribbon writing. And that paper is from Dee's designer papers.
Yeah.
Also in the sale.
Of course it is.
If we got any left, they're in the sale.
Yeah.
Sheila Metzeler. Love that.
That's
designer
nice,
parchment. Now that's interesting.
Yeah. When it's in the sale, you can afford to use it in that way, can't you?
Yeah.
And for me, it's always been
stamp board.
The translucency of it.
Yeah. It is. It makes such a difference. You put that in the background like that.
Yeah,
you can see it's translucent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is a lovely one. Dee Paramore. I like a lot. Lots of layering, lots of bits, paneling.
Yeah.
Right, it's good, isn't it?
Really nice.
Buttons.
Yeah.
He didn't know that buttons were such a thing. Elaine Milner. That's lovely. So we got three little fellas. Three little girlies.
Yeah.
From the A5 stamp set.
And I reckon that's using those petites, the gel press petites. You know, there's one that's got rectangles in. Yeah.
I bet it
colour. Is. Rectangle petite. There we go. Archival.
Yeah. There you go.
That's
nice. I like this one as well. Like that one. So that's bits of paper all layered up on top of. Isn't that clever?
Yeah.
So it's a gel press print. You can see that.
Yep, been chopped
with one
up.
of our, you know what that is? That's one of our oh yeah, okay, getting in closer.
Okay.
This is a print with my dots and spots. You know that mixed media.
That mixed impression stamp set.
Yeah. And then it's been chopped up and split up over the back of a, I know it has, stamp board, Barb's favourite paper, Ocean Swirl. Oh, she's used the Ocean Swirl stamp.
One.
But yeah, but still.
So you could do any of those mixed impressions.
That's a mixed impression one. There you go. And then what Deb's done is she's used
we couldn't remember it the other day.
What's that stuff called? Glaze, she's called it. Glossy accents.
Glossy accents.
Glossy accents. Just to highlight, spot highlighting.
Yeah.
Doesn't that look good? There you go. I love this one. So it's just so nice. Well,
see, I thought that was a Sam. I thought that was a Sam, but it's not, is it?
It's a Carol Pankstello. Yeah. See, so she's got discs. These are discs that have been cut out and then layered up. Doesn't that look smashing?
Yeah.
And then it's done on, yeah, I mean, so clever. So it's a small disc, chopped up, stuck on top of a gel press.
Yeah, and that's the unraveled twine, I think, in the
love
background.
That. So I doodled that. I designed that stencil. There are two that go together.
Yes. Yeah, I can't think.
And one overlays on the other one.
On the other to give the, yeah.
Yeah. But that's nice. May all your wishes come true. It's really lovely.
Really, really nice.
I mean, if you really want to take a look at that one, right, just take a look. Take a screen grab of that, because that will be a really good project for somebody who likes mixed media. It's really clever, right? And it's just discs laid up on top. And then,
lovely.
Yeah, just a bit of, you know, I think it's good to see that sometimes, isn't it? All righty. So that one,
that was your whimsy. No, we've got two other collections. We've got the Pixies and the Sprites,
the new
ones which we launched. I think it was last year or the year before. I can't remember now. We didn't do them in the parchment. We've just done them. Yeah. So we've just done them in the stamps and the groovy. But before we go any further, we've got a very special friend in the room with us, joining us this afternoon. Who did you go and visit on Saturday?
Is Maggie watching?
Maggie's watching, I believe.
Oh, Maggie. Mwah. There you go, Maggie. I'm glad you are watching. It was great to spend some time with you. And you know that thing that I said I was going to send you is Julie's boxed it all up and it's on its way to you. So hopefully that will help. That will help you when you're doing your parching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or at least reading your Kindle.
Yeah.
Baby steps, one day at a time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
that's
good.
Lovely, isn't it?
I'm really glad that warms my cockles. Okay, so now we've got Pixies, and these ones, they don't start with P though, they start with M, don't they?
Yes, I think we ran out of characters.
We ran out of names, I think. Yeah, so these ones are Maddie, Melody, Mia, Maisie, Monique, and Mel.
There we go.
These are really smashing little Christmas characters, aren't they?
These really are. So you can see here how you've got your coloured insert as well. And so it's the same format as the previous collections.
But they're different. They're a different
vibe to them.
They're a different vibe, and they're also a different. If you look a little bit closer, you can see they've got a different line to them. They're a little bit funky.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can see, for example, they've got different shoes.
And the hats.
The hats are different. Yeah. They're very, very lovely. Little feathers are different. The birds are different, and these are separate stamps.
Yes, they are indeed.
So we've split them. So you've got these little guys.
So you can mix and match. And the collections that we've been looking at, they all mix out because it's all been illustrated by Marina. You can see how you can mix and match because it's that same style.
So on the subject of mixing and matching, you see, look, isn't this so cute? So you could take an individual one. Now, this is interesting. You can see this is evolving now. So we've got our doodle dies here. So these are the doodle panel dies.
Yeah.
I want to get in tight on this because I'm a big fan of these. So you can see here, when we use our doodle panel dies, you get the outer cutting edge, but you get the panel in the middle, don't you?
If you cut them out individually, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, bingo.
Absolutely.
Right? So this is just perfect. And you've got different ones. So you don't just get the one sort. So this is another panel die.
Yep. So that's the dotted one. I think this one is the lattice. There's 5 different designs in total. I know we're out of stock of some of them.
Oh,
So,
but we've still got some left.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then we've got the circular ones as well. So these would look lovely in circular design.
They really would. But what I like is, look, you get a pair together. Look how they sit. They're beautiful together.
As if they were meant to be together.
Proper little characters. And then you can
Valentine.
You can dot the little birds wherever you fancy. This is a nice one by Jane. I love this. So she's used our designer paper.
Yeah.
I like that. That's the Antarctica, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
New one.
And then a little bit of darkness on there to ground.
Just to ground them.
Yeah.
With one of our pinky grey stickers.
Books. Also,
again, in the sale.
Yeah.
So this, you can see this is newer because we've started using, so when we launched these, then by that time, those doodle panel dies were in the cupboard. So you can see as we start to do the samples change. This is a gorgeous one by Sonia Goodlive, using a stencil, mixed media. See, I think what I wanted to show was that the thing about these particular designs is, even though they're cute, you know, they are really.
To me, they're not cute. They've got elegance
but
to them. There's a style to them, isn't there?
And you can use them in mixed media, grungy artwork, you know, and there's not. When can you do that?
Yeah.
You know, so you get a lot of bang for your buck really with these images, and they're very easy on the eye.
They really are, and especially these little ones as well. They're great for colouring in, aren't they?
So this one here, we've got the sprites. These are a little bit different again from the Pixies.
Yeah.
And we've got a £10.
That's
£10
again. There we go. So you've got your coloured insert, you've got your actual stamps, and you can see the individual stamps as well, the little characters.
You can see that they are separate. So the little frog.
The little frog.
So when we look at these, for example, if we come in tight, what you'll see is that little frog's a separate stamp.
Yeah.
They all are. Look, that little frog there is a separate stamp. This guy here,
squirrel.
The squirrel's separate. Where is he? There.
Oh yeah, he's up there.
Up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really glad because you've got these little elements here. These additional. The frog's great. Yeah, it's great.
There we go. So that you can see there in more detail.
There you go. These are separate images, which are really neat to use. And the number on that one's 12025. Really love these.
Really nice, aren't they? And it's a mixture of sort of, but for me, these are the ones that got a little bit of attitude to them.
Yeah, well, that's right. And what's nice, I want to show you this because this was a set of notelets done by our friend Sarah Brennan. And you can see here just on, I really like the way they're very simple. We're just taking cut them out, a little bit of white, little white sticker, Happy New You, just a note to say, well done you. But what a nice little notelet set tied with a gift. Ribbon.
Yeah.
You know, really nice. You can do something that simple.
Yeah.
Or you can really go to town. Here you can see, this is another nice way to use those.
That's using the strips that we do, the borders.
We got them in.
We've got those in stock. There's the borders. You've got the ones that give you what I call the floppy bits, and then you've got ones that embed into the thing.
They're brilliant for this.
Really, really nice for doing that as that ribbon effect.
But doesn't that look great?
Yeah.
You know, and if you were, all right, so here's a thought. If you were, say you make things to sell, we're an angel company.
Yeah.
So say you've got that.
Yeah.
Then you've got this.
Yes.
And you wrap that around there. Now you've got your custom stamp or you've got your groovy plate, right? And you could have your cigar band made like this.
Yeah.
Do you see?
I do.
And then on the back it could say handmade by Sarah Brennan.
Absolutely.
Nice, isn't it?
And that's a frame that I believe you doodled that in the shack.
I drew that one, yeah. This is the autumn one. Really nice, isn't it?
Really nice.
So that's a stamp and a groovy plate.
And absolutely, all in the sale.
And it's called, what's that one called? Do we know? Because I really like that stamp.
It's a Barbara Shack Framer.
There you go. Barbara Shack Framer stamp. Autumn.
And so it'd be Barbara Shack Framer groovy plate. Autumn, if you want it in groovy.
These are your pop-it stamps, rectangle, picot dies, rectangle doodle, aperture dies, Doodle border dies.
Yeah.
Pinky grey sentiments. Coloured with polychromos.
Everything
pencils.
is in the sale except for the polychromo, including the glitter.
And the glitter.
And the glitter.
So how does she do this? I know how she does it. So behind there, let's come in a bit closer because I think this is worth knowing. Right. So if you go there, there's a lot of work goes into this stuff. So we've used that. That's the film one, isn't it?
The adhesive, double-sided adhesive.
No, I mean the doodle.
Oh, the film strip. Yes.
Yeah. So you've used the film strips rectangular one.
Yeah.
Right. Then behind there, we've put a little strip of double-sided adhesive.
Yeah.
Let's say. I mean, she might have used the whole thing, but I bet she just needs to do a little bit around there. A strip. Da 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 da. Then when you put the glitter on it, it sticks to the exposed double-sided adhesive through the holes, through the film strip apertures, and that's how you get that fantastic effect.
It's a real luxury look.
Really
isn't it?
Looks so nice, doesn't it?
That little finishing touch.
Doesn't that look good? With that panel down the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a real masterpiece, actually, isn't it? You know, very nice indeed. Very nice, Jane. Well, there you go. What would we do without Jane?
Yeah.
What would we do without any of this design? And you can go from something that intricate to that simple, and it's still beautiful.
These are the all occasions panels and stamps. So we did like thank you in all the different fonts.
Yeah.
I think we did happy birthday in all the different congratulations.
This is a jazz special. Loads of different boxes. They're great for standing on, for grounding the artwork. And then you can, and then of course you've got the embedding as well. So you've got they're in the sale.
They're in the sale as well.
I
know. Madness.
Yep. Linda Spencer again. That was a Linda Spencer. This is a Linda Spencer. These stencils, every single thing that we're looking at here is in the sale.
It is, yeah.
And right, okay. Hang on, last but not least. So this is a Julie Dunn special.
Nice.
Stencil on stencil, embedder, really nice.
And I reckon that's one of those sentiments, you know, it comes with the panels because some of them had little bits afterwards as well, didn't they?
And I think that this stencil, there are two of them. There's a pair of them. This die.
I think there might be 3 circular ones. I think 2 have got sentiments and one of them's got holly, I think.
Is it?
I think there's a set of 3 circular ones.
It's the sentiment ones that blow me away, right? And these are, obviously they're in the sale, so they're half price.
Yeah.
But this one says, health, peace, and sweet content be yours, Shakespeare. But it's such a beautiful, and then you've got a panel in the middle.
In the middle.
So if I took this away, it'd be brown underneath.
It would, yeah.
So you've actually got the panel.
And you also get another die that you can cut out as well if you want it to be an aperture.
Can you?
It comes with with it inside.
See, that's got to be investigated. If you haven't got that one, and there's another one that says,
I think it's
Happy New Year or something.
And isn't it?
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sorry, an echo in there. But Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah. Jazz designed these.
Yes, I remember she worked on these because I think they're in stencils as well. But then to get it into a die format with the intricacy of the cutting out.
It's so sharp. When you get in close, you can see this is an opening, see? But obviously it's been sandwiched behind paper. But it looks so nice. Because if this was Feely Telly, you'd know that this is all die cut out. It's really beautiful.
Nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really beautiful.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's that.
Right. So where do we want to go now?
Where have we been? Can we have a little recap?
Where have we been?
Oh, it's 3 o'clock.
I know. So we looked at the Pergamano parchment poppets. We looked at them all individual, the 3 different sets and that complete collection.
Yes.
Then we've looked at the Pergamano mini stamps.
The A5 sets for a tenner.
For £10. And we looked at them in all 5 of them, which was the flower, the Christmas, the flower, the whimsy, the sprites, and the pixies.
Yes.
We've also got them in the A6 squares.
We need to look at those.
Okay.
But really quickly.
Should we just look at one set or do you want to look at all of them?
I say we look at one set.
Okay. Pick
Christmas.
Christmas. Okay.
I'll go Christmas.
Let's go Christmas.
I vote Christmas.
Okay.
And then, because we've got piles of them here, but I think we probably want to kind of say, let's just go for the Christmas. So you understand the format.
Yeah.
You know the ones that are in the A5 set? They're also individual.
They are indeed. Larger.
Beautiful. right? If you want to indulge, I think you need to see them. Let's take a look. So now we've got 6 separate stamps. So we've got 5 different collections. If I was to go just to lift the top bits off here, like that, we've got Christmas. We've got those 6 there.
Yep. So you can see the item numbers up there. What you're going to pay is half price. Instead of £44.94, it's £22.47. If you want individual ones, it's £3.75 each.
Yes, exactly. So you can buy any one of these, and they're only £3.75.
Yes.
Or you one-clicks shop,
and you've got all of their Christmas.
Instead of £45, you're paying 22.
Yeah.
So you've got, just to recap, we'll come back to Christmas.
Yeah.
We've got Christmas. We've got the flower ones, the birthday ones.
Yeah.
703.99.
Yeah.
We've got the whimsy ones, 704.00.
Yeah.
The little fairy ones.
There we go. And then the latest releases are the more recent ones.
They're the ones with the trainers.
Yeah. And the little frogs.
And little frogs, yeah. They're the little punky ones.
Punky ones.
Yeah. Cheeky. 12023. And then we've got the pixies. And you can see the difference here. The pixies are 12024. So you've got all of these, all available individually or as the sets as they come, right? But if we go to the Christmas ones,
yeah.
And I did say to Paul, have a mad moment and tot up how much it would. Did you do that?
No, my mad moment went.
Yeah.
went
but I
out.
thought, I wonder what it would. It wouldn't
Maybe
be
Jilly
too bad.
could do that. Jilly, if you wouldn't mind, could you just text me and let me know if all of our friends at home went for all 5 of these collections? So it's 5 times 22.47. So it'd be 110, wouldn't it? 110.
It would be £110 for the whole lot.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's mad. Right. Okay, so we're on the Christmas ones.
Yeah.
Right, so the individual,
which you've got just there. I just wanted to show size comparison.
Yeah,
if
good
you wanted
idea.
to bring in the A6 square one.
So that we just take that one.
So there you can see. So this is Paloma. She's down here. So let's swap those around like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you can see her there, and you can see her there.
So there is quite a difference.
There's a considerable
in size.
difference.
Yeah.
About 40% smaller. So we've gone to the larger one now.
Yeah.
Right, that's the one that we're dealing with now. Instead of that, it's that.
That's right.
Yeah. So, look, up there.
There. Yeah.
Right.
So you can really see the difference on those.
So we're just going to go now to these artwork.
We are.
Right. And I'm just going to bring this in now, and we'll just take a lovely look. These are bleached out with water stamped on black. There we go. That's lovely, isn't it?
Nested arch dies, which will also be in the sale.
So then we've got this little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pearl.
So we've got Pearl. Oh, look at that, Carol P. I love that. I love that.
The colours.
It's one of the oldest stamps. She stamped
Merry Christmas.
See, this is the sort of thing that you just got to enjoy. So Carol, she stamps a solid surface stamp like that. In a light colour,
yes,
rather than black. Then she takes a micron pen, and then she outlines it.
Right.
And then she takes white pen.
Yeah.
And she puts snow on it.
Mm-hmm.
And look at that.
And the shadow on top. That looks as if it's been stuck on it. It's like a die cut, doesn't it?
Just a little bit of drop shadow along the bottom with a grey Perga colour.
Yeah.
So Perga colour pen, right? Wash.
Yeah.
Bit of white at the top. Highlights, lowlights, Bob's your uncle. And Fanny is
Could be your ankle as well.
Yeah, Bob's your ankle. Right, and then you've got that lovely drop shadow. Look how easy that is.
Really nice.
Very beautiful, isn't it? Right, just sometimes you've got to get in close. There's another gorgeous one.
I reckon that's a D.
Looks like a D. And it's a D Paramore special.
Nested ovals, also in the
Pico dies?
Pico dies, and also the oval doodle dies as well.
The oval doodle dies. And there's a Jane Telford, on
one.
parchment.
Yeah.
Stamped.
Yeah.
Beautiful. With, nice, eh? And then we've got this one. I think Presh. I've got to say,
Linda
I
Williams,
think she's my favourite. Yeah. Because she just makes me think of Linda. Look, Presh. Isn't she beautiful?
Really nice.
So this is rather lovely. Sarah Brennan. I love the way she's actually put some proper lace. Look.
Oh, like raffia. No, it is.
It's
lace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that she's wrapped that round like
nice.
almost like what do you?
A rosette.
A rosette. That's the word. Well done.
And the stencil, the holly stencil in the background.
Julie Dunn, love that one with that lovely banner.
Star stencil in the background.
And here we go. Look at this.
That's another Carol,
isn't it?
That's
a Carol P. Mixed media at its best. Then with some of that UTE, ultra thick enameling.
Yeah, melted. Yes.
Yeah, embossing powder. Now that's what I call a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Check that out.
They can stay on the card. We don't want any down this way.
Look at that. It's fabulous though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stamps. Yeah. Just beautiful stamps.
And that little drop shadow.
And the point being that these cost £3.74 each.
Yeah.
So that little girl there, is that one there? £3.74 for that stamp. Right, and then we've got Prue. Oh, we do like Prue. My hygienist, my dental hygienist is called Prue. She's fabulous, New Zealander. I love her. She's great. It's the only, because it's a good job I love her, because I have to go and see her quite regularly. Right, so here I remember doing this stamp board. So I used the large one on the front.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't that look nice? And then on the back I used the little one.
Look.
There you go. So that's quite nice as a hanging thing, isn't it? A keeper.
Yeah. And you could do this in any of the different characters.
Yeah.
Because we've got 30 different characters in total across all of them.
We have. There's 30 different. So you know what? This is a beautiful present gift giving session. Sarah Brennan, I love the way she's done that. She's used that puff stuff.
Oh, it's like yeah, you could get, it's like embossing powder, wasn't it? That puffs up when you heat it.
And this was something that Sam Crow did. I really liked this. She made notelets, look, to-do list, and she made loads of these. And I really like the way that she used all of them on a little to-do list. And
don't they look quite modern in the colouring?
But what a great present.
Yeah.
And then this one, I reckon, if that's not a D, I'll eat my hat. Of course it is.
There we go.
So there's a D one with buttons.
Again.
Yeah, buttons seem to be a thing today.
Yeah.
And then we've got, because we're getting out of time now, so we've got Pud.
We said about starting with pudding first, didn't we? At the beginning.
One big beautiful stamp. That's Pud. 70368. There we go. And then
a little bit of artwork there.
We've got a little bit of artwork for Pud. So that's another smashing stencil.
Oh, the fairy lights.
I drew that. That's to do with it's a Mel Turner thing, isn't it? With the
Christmas rounds.
The Christmas
rounds.
That's a stencil to go with it. Yeah, also in the sale. And then this is a great one. There you go. Love that. With the
arch dies.
Love that. And then D. Paramore again. So there's so many colouring opportunities and paper opportunities.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
And then finally in the collection, we've got Pumpkin.
She's lovely. Oh, look. They are so
bunny
cute.
Rabbit.
They're quite quirky. Debbie McMullin, love that.
That's like Dee's papers in the background.
Yeah. This is a designer.
That's been stamped on designer parchment, hasn't it?
Isn't that lovely? And what a masterpiece.
Christmas
With love that.
Yeah.
And now, but last but not least, D. Paramore.
Wow.
That's like a centerpiece.
It is,
isn't it? You'd put that, you wouldn't throw that away.
No.
So that would be on your mantelpiece every year.
All the different layers, the matting.
So that's what she's best. She's so good at that.
These papers in the background.
Is that toffee apple?
That's toffee apple, and I think that one there's toffee apple as well, and I reckon that one is.
So really festive colours.
Yeah.
Quite a lot going on there.
Nice.
Good enough to eat. And centerpiece, pride of place.
I love that colouring, that sort of soft tone, isn't it?
The browns.
Yeah.
That burgundies and greens.
Yes. Yeah. Toffee apple, there we go.
Polychromos pencils.
Yeah.
There we are. Beautiful.
Wow.
And that ends, that's the end of our
sale hour. Well, not sale hour. I mean, the sale continues until midnight Monday.
But that'll do for today, I think.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, we've got to clear it all away now.
Yeah.
Start again tomorrow.
Bye.
It's easier. If I put it away, I know where to find it afterwards. Don't
know how to take it.
Take it the good way.
thank you so much for joining us. Do take advantage of the sale. If you're not a club member, like I say, when you look at these prices, this is the week to join. And you get so much, apart from being able to get twice as much bang for your buck. You know, I just thought it would be a really great idea to just have a look, shine a light on. Today we've shone a light on the poppets, poppets, and
says falling over.
Parchment and stamps.
Tomorrow. Don't forget, they're also in Groovy as well. But obviously, imagine if we were showing Groovy as well.
We'd be here till 5 o'clock tonight.
We'd be here till midnight Monday.
And the sale ends at midnight Monday. So you have a whole week.
Next Monday, not tonight, next Monday.
No, that's right. So tomorrow, Paul, what are we doing tomorrow?
So tomorrow, Groovy Tuesday. So we're continuing with Jazz's Rosie Sampler, which I'm guessing is probably in the sale as well. But we're also going to have a look at Linda Williams multi-needle tools because they're half price. And I'm sure when Louise joins us, she'll be putting us through our paces with the books and the tools that go with that. So that's at 10 o'clock. And then at 2 o'clock, we've got a selection of groovy plates to look at. Linda's Folded Heart, the Celtic Alphabet,
lovely.
Mel's Magic Moments. We can look at those tomorrow as
well. Excellent idea.
So yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to tomorrow.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much for joining us. Maggie, I hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Jilly.
Jilly, thanks for your help too. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.